Hello guys, my name is Jackson. I'm a graphic designer and I also edit videos. So I've been getting a lot of comments, privately, inquiries on if I can give some overview of how Premiere Pro is being used, so things can do with Premiere Pro, and how they can get started. So this is me coming out to tell you and also to give you my knowledge on Premiere Pro. But first of all, before you want to learn something, you need to determine, you say, okay, this thing, can I do it? Is it something that I'll be able to sit down and do it? Premiere Pro demands you sit down, especially when you're rendering. Yeah, exception of when you're rendering, that's when you have rest. But when you're not rendering, bro, sister, you have to you have to sit down, cut the clips, bring in effects, do all sorts of things, especially if you are working for high reputation brands, high level brands. You need to sit down and make sure that what you're doing is top notch. Unless you are doing all these TikTok videos, you just carry caption, carry background effects, put it and you go your way. Fine, that is when you can do that and have enough time, enough more time, especially if you are an expert. So um but if you are not an expert, it will still demand from you. Everything is learning. Yeah. The more you learn, the more you get familiar with the platform, the more you become an expert on it. It will grow you. You grow every day on it. So we have Adobe Premiere Pro as a video editing platform. We also have After Effects for creating visual effects using keyframes and all of that tracking. People that are on the platform will know what I'm saying. All sort of things. You can create all sort of visuals. We also have DaVinci Resolve for video editing, color grading, all sort of crazy gradings for movies, all of that. We also have Filmora. It just depends on what you think it can work best for you. It all depends on what you think it can work best for you. So and what you know that it will help you to achieve the certain goal. All we need here, we are in an era that everything we just need is results, no matter the platform you are using to do it. All we need is the results. What are you doing? What is the result of what is the result of what you're doing? Is it captivating? Is it visually appealing? So one thing about the skill is that you have to sit down, master it, learn it before looking forward to getting monetized on it. Once you keep clients complaining, coming back and forth for will I say reviews back and forth, you not being professional on the job, a client might feel disappointed. The client might feel you are not competent enough. So you have to sit down and learn it. So we have Premiere Pro. So the Premiere Pro is an Adobe product. It is owned by Adobe. So Adobe has After Effects. They have Photoshop. We have Premiere Pro as well. We have Adobe Audition. You have all sorts of Adobe products. All you need to do is just go to adobe.com. So today we'll be talking about Premiere Pro. But before I go into talking about Premiere Pro, I want to give you an overview of trends, what you should know as a creative. As a creative, one thing I want you to know is that you should not be stuck in one place. You should always learn new things. I started as a graphic designer. Now, at this progress, I've worked on several brands. I've worked with several brands. I help them do designs such as print designs like banners, flyers, the posters. I brand all sort of anything you want to feel you want to brand. I can print on anything. I can design. I can also print on anything. When I mean anything, I mean anything. So I have a lot of experience in graphic designing, and also printing. So now at the point I just feel the world is advancing. People do ask me for videos. Can you create videos for me? Can you cover my events? Can you come and do some documentaries for me? I was like, no, I don't do it. No, I don't do it. I will now be referring. But I come to a point to realize that these people knew my services. They knew what I can do. They knew how competent I am. They know how creative I am, knowing that some people do designs and do video. That means I can take that opportunity. That's why they always come to me, after trusting my service, So at the point I said, oh, the world is advancing, so that's why these people are coming to me, So I started learning graphic design, video editing, But look at me, in the past 2 to 3 years, it is video editing I've been doing, corporate videos for brands, and I get paid for it. It doesn't mean I stopped doing graphic design. No, that is where I started, So I also do graphics for some, high level people. So I do graphics for high level clients, and I mean high level clients that can value your service at high level. They trust you and they trust their money with me. They trust to invest and pay me whatever I want, knowing that they will get a good result, and always strive for good results whenever you're doing your business. It is very, very important. Instead of going back and forth, spending money here and there. No, I'm not, so I also want to advise you to, you should pay attention to learning. Learn new things, adapt. Don't just get stuck on one place. Learn new things. It helps a lot. But it should be niche related, not just you just learn anything that comes your way. No, it should be niche related. If you are a mechanic, for instance, you know how to do only dropping of engine, you can adapt and learn electrical part of mechanic. So you are dropping engine, you are doing electrical part of mechanic. Can you see? Both of them are aligning. As it goes, there might be a time they will need you for the electrical part of it, and you deliver an excellent job. They will need you for dropping of engine. At that moment, you start selecting the level of work you need. You don't just collect jobs. You select the level of jobs you need. You just don't want to collect any job. You see, you get. So excuse me. So you don't just select any job you see. You don't just collect any job you see. You start going for high level of job. So from there will be a period you want to like, okay, what other part of mechanic I can learn. Still niche related. You can go into, let's say, panel beating. Yeah, you can go into panel beating. Get to understand it. Always pay for skills. I see some people that they will be going to they will see for instance, people who advertise Premiere Pro course online, and they write it 1,000 naira, for instance, if it's Nigeria, or USD, and you will rush it from there. They now go and just show you one or two things, and your money is gone. No, pay for high level course, people that value you, people that have you at heart, people that want to teach you to stand out. Those are the people you should be looking out for, not people that want to extort from you. Those people are not, they are not encouraging you. Excuse me. Those people are not encouraging you. So those are the people you need. Those are the people you need for your service. So now let's go into Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro, it's a software used in creating visuals. When I mean visuals, I mean videos that you see on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I'm not saying we don't have other softwares. We have some other software like DaVinci Resolve, Filmora. All can do the same thing. Final Cut Pro, you can still use them too, but I just choose one and master it, which is Premiere Pro. You can choose DaVinci and master it. Good. What we are looking for is a result. Don't forget. You can choose DaVinci and master it. Choose Premiere Pro, master it. Choose Final Cut Pro, master. All you need to just master the tool. It doesn't matter. Anything else doesn't matter. You just master it. Use it. How well can you use it? Alright, so first of all, on the Premiere Pro interface, once you click, it will take you here. We have a new project, open project. Mind you, this is Premiere Pro version 2023. 2023, as you can see on the interface, 2023. So you can click on the new project. This will take you to opening a new project. Open projects is when you want to open an existing project. A project you have already created. So this recent here are the recent projects I've been working on. I cannot open them because these are clients' jobs. Take notes of protecting your clients' jobs. They are the only one that can put it out by themselves, so that they will not sue you. Very important. They will not sue you. So I cannot open these jobs. I'm sorry. We are all going to create our own new project. So home here carries everything that you see here. You see home? It carries everything that you see here. It carries the new project interface, carries the open project interface, carries the recent interface. So what we need is new project. Now, this new project, remember, I'm doing an overview of Premiere Pro. I'm trying to walk you through. I'm trying to take you, so as it goes, we'll be doing some real life projects, just taking you guys along. So first of all, you give it a name. Always remember to give it a name. Sorry. New project. You can give it a these are my folders. Sorry, I think I have to close it and new project. Yeah, you move it from untitled. Remember, Premiere Pro overview. So these folders here, these are the folders on my system. Folders on my system. We have the desktop, document, download, movie, sample, media. This is local device. C, which is my system storage. D is my hard drive. So this is where you create the project name. Remember, we are using Premiere Pro 2023. So your system might not be capable of handling 2023. It might be capable of handling 2022, 2021, 2020. Just go for what your system can handle. All of them can work, give you excellent jobs. So all you need to do is project location. After the project name, you can see where we have project location. So where is this project location? You come here, choose a location. When you choose a location, you can just say, okay, I want it to be on a document. Then we say let's create Premiere Pro overview. You open. You now select the folder and click create. So tada, this is our Premiere Pro. This is where we are going to be performing our magic. This is where you get to understand so many things. So pay attention to it. I want you to know this. I want you to understand this. I want you to get familiar with this. So first of all, I want to walk you through the interface of the Premiere Pro. So now, first of all, this is where you have your media. Here is where you have your media. Any place you see this highlighted blue, just know that you are currently on that panel. I've started to use big terms. Don't worry, I'll explain further. Now, anytime you hear panel, this is just like a section. Yeah, it's just like a section. So in Premiere Pro, we call it panel. So now, once you see this blue square line highlighting a particular place, just know that you are on that panel. You are selecting that panel. Let's go to another one. Can you see blue? Can you see blue? Can you see blue? Can you see blue? If you don't highlight a particular panel, you can't work on it. Now, highlighting that panel tells you, look, Premiere Pro, I want to work on this place. Premiere Pro will understand that you are working with that place. That panel, you highlighting that panel, Premiere Pro is indicating that, oh, Jackson, you are on this panel. The blue square surrounding it tells you that you are on that panel. So you have to be very, 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 very sensitive on what you're doing. Not you are highlighting blue here and you are trying to struggle here. You get, although it will automatically want to select, but just you have to have the scope of everything. So now we are the Premiere Pro projects, where you can import your media. Can you see import media to start? Import media to start. That is when you bring in your clips and your audio. Double clicking it will take you to folders where you have all sort of clips you want to download. You bring in clips, and work. It will help you to do that. Now we don't want to import clip. Yes, please remember we are on the overview of Premiere Pro. We are not editing images. So now this is where you have your media. Bring the media and keep it here so that you will easily work on it. Yes. So the next thing here, I want to go to the important part of it, what you'll be always using often. So history is just, the word history. It's giving you history of what you're doing. Markers are the markers that you will be having, in future. Markers are, you use them to mark. You can mark, this is a social place, I'm coming back to cut you, so place, I'm coming back to do this. It's just, marker is just like an indicator that tells you, hey, don't forget me, don't forget me. You can come back to me and adjust. For instance, you say, I marked this place, that place was having issue. It depends on what happens to that place. I don't know. You are the one that is editing. You know what you are facing. So in case of you don't want to get stuck on one place, you can just mark it and later you come back to it. So marker will help you do that. The word marker, just think of your general daily life. If you mark something, what does it mean? It means that thing is done or is not done. You are trying to keep an indicator that you are coming back to it or whatever. A marker can represent anything. It's just an indicator, telling you that, look, something happened there. Information, when once they can say no item selected. The items, if you select any item now like a video, it will tell you the information of that video, the frame rate, the size, the name, whatever you can think of. Libraries, this way you can connect your creative cloud libraries. You need to be logged into a creative cloud account. I am not logged in. Media browser, you can see my USDC. You can come here, browse on the medias, bring in them, you get. So that is that for that panel. Remember, when you select, it's called panel. Now we have the toolbox. This is where you have your tools. Carpenters have their tools, welders have their tools, mechanic, like I said before, they have their own tools. They have their spinner, they have their screw, they have their jack. All those tools have their function. So the same with Premiere Pro. All those tools have their function. The same thing with Premiere Pro. You have here, what do you have here? Selection tool. The word selection, you use it to select something, use it to pick something. Select something, select. From there, you can click and select this barrel. When you select something, you are telling Premiere Pro, look, Premiere Pro, I'm selecting this thing, I want to work on it. So before you work on anything, you have to select first. The same thing here, you can see that the selection is active. If you come to like the panel section and click, that is the selection tool you can use and select things. So it's the same with your daily life. Selection tool is just like your hand. Just like your hand. You use it to pick. If you don't carry something with your hand, can you use it? If you don't cut food with your hand, can you eat it? No. So that's what the selection tool does. You select the thing, then you can now do anything you want. Like this biro, I select this biro with my hand. I can turn it, not turn it. I can decide to write. That is what selection is for. Now you have the track select forward. Now assuming we have a lot of tracks on our timeline, you can just click at once and it will automatically select the track. See, same thing with your Control A. If you are a media person and used to use the word Control A to select on Microsoft Word, all those Word documents, you use Control A to select, you can definitely do the same thing here. See Control A, see it here. Track selection to A, can use A, click A on your keyboard, click and it will select all the tracks you have. Control A too can also do the job. Don't forget, Control A can do the job. Now we have Ripple Edit tool. Is another form of editing clips, tracking it, this and that. Once you get into the editing part of it, you get to see them work in real time. Remember, we are on the overview of Premiere Pro. Thank you. So now we have the cut razor. What does a razor do? You all know razor. Can you see the symbol of razor? The same thing your razor at home does. That is the same thing as this razor is doing. All of them, they have the same party. Just like this one is a digital razor, while the other one is a handmade razor, the one you can see, touch, feel, carried about. So this is a digital razor. So what does the razor tool does? You use the razor tool to cut. So you can use it to cut a clip, cut a clip, cut a clip. You can use it to cut a clip. Okay, that clip is long like this. You can cut and cut. You don't need this part, you don't need this part. This is the part you need. You keep that part. Same thing with your daily life. You can use a razor. Let's assume this is a razor, but this is not a razor. Use it and cut things. That is what the razor tool does. Now we have the slip tool, which that one will be better if we can see it in real time. Pen tool for selection. Pen tool, can use it to select. You can use it to create a selection while trying to do masking, things like masking. This is your big man rectangle. What does it do? Rectangle to use it in drawing shapes. Use it in drawing shape. You can draw a shape, then write something on top of that shape. So you can do so many things. Draw shapes, create, transform. When you want to draw the shape, you can transform the shape to so many things. That is the work of a rectangle tool. The hand tool, just like your hand. Use it to track. See the hand, see the way it is. Use it to track. I know some people will be interested in the way I'm explaining. Some people will not like the way I'm explaining, but I want to break it to the lowest form. You get your hand. Use it to grab something. You cannot grab without your hand. So this is your hand. So once you start doing real life jobs, you see how the hand tool is being used. Now the type tool. You get the type tool. Same type tool on Microsoft Word. Same type tool everywhere. They have been using this one icon, the letter T. 99.9% of software's application are using letter T. This rectangle, same thing. This hand, same thing. You get. It's just a few icon different. So I like the way these people are doing across platform. So now if I go into a new platform, now it's easy for me to navigate because I'm already familiar with the major tools. When I see the tool icon, I know, oh, this tool always does something like this. Could it also do it in this platform? And once I click I just see the magic. I say, wow, this is a diverse icon. You get? So moving forward. So now that is the toolbox. This one is here. The one we're highlighting now is timeline. That is where every magic is happening. It's happening on the timeline. All the magic you want to perform is happening on the timeline. You want to add effects. You want to, like, when I mean the magic, I mean whenever you have import your videos, you add the clips together, you want to see the real, whatever is on the timeline is what you see at the end of your video as the result, whatever is on the timeline. So you don't have to joke with your timeline. It's very important. Timeline is where you build all your magic. You put in clips, put in effects, put in text, put in everything happens on the timeline. Here is we call it audio wave track. You get? Is how do you call it here? We call it let me see the right name. Audio meter. Yeah, that is the right name. Audio meter. So now whenever an audio is playing, you can see the level here where you have the highest how sound is that audio. How sound is that audio? You will see it moving. The same thing you see on other meters. You get other audio meters, you know, it will be moving. The audio is moving up and down. You get? So that is when you know. So with audio, the loudest part is 0. You can see 0 here. You can see 0. So when once it get close to -30, you used to see red, yellow. You get? You used to see red, you used to see yellow. You get? So it is the loudest part of that audio. So you now determine to say, oh, from there you know that audio is loud. It is, anybody can hear it. So this audio meter is very important for you to measure the level of your audio. Okay. So now moving on, we have here the essential graphics, where you have your Premiere Pro graphics, you know, animations. This one are templates, you know. This one are templates. You can just drag and drop them, edit it to the way that it will suit you. So you can also create them with After Effects and bring them here, or you can do some that can be done Premiere Pro. Excuse me, sorry. Like I said before, they have other softwares, After Effects. So After Effects is strictly for the word effects, motions, things moving, you know, stunning visuals, you know, effects that will make you wow. All right, moving on. Don't mind me. You see what I did? I go closer to that blue line, and the line, and it changes. With that, I can drag, click and drag. I go out, it turns to arrow. I go back, it turns to 2 shapes of, you know, arrow. That means that you can click and drag to adjust, you know. So now essential sound, you working on your sound, dialogue, music, effects, ambience, take notes. Lumetri color, that is when you can color correct. Remember, color correct your video. So you can use that to color correct your video, adjust it. It's too bright, it's too bluish, it's too gray, it's too this, it's too that. Color correct it to where it suits your eye. When once it's visually appealing, it is visually appealing to the client. Always learn color correcting and color grading very well. It is a visual aspect of your final job. Program, yeah, program, another important interface. When once you are building on the timeline, this thing very important. Program and timeline works hand in hand. You get? Remember I said the timeline is where you build your magic. Program is where you see the result of the job that was built on the timeline. So when one is not appearing on the program monitor, that means there is a problem. Program, timeline, all of them, then they do collab. They are like this. If you bite this one, you are affecting this one. If you bite, it's also bite this one. So now, whatever you are building on your timeline, the result must show on the program. If it is not showing, you need to know, find out why it's not showing. Go back to your timeline, tell your timeline, this thing is not showing on the program. What's going on? You look at what the fault is and you correct it. Okay. Then the program monitor is your result. Is what you're rendering out to the client. Anything that is there entirely, anything that you can see on the program monitor is what you are rendering to the client. So timeline is the back end part of it. How is what is the back end. It's just like your phone. People only see what is going on the phone. They are scrolling the internet, they are browsing, they don't know what is really giving that visual they are seeing. They don't know what that visual is working. If you're in your phone, if you open your phone, you now go and see the board of that phone. You see the chips, some chips that is making you see the visual aspect through a screen. Bam. That is the job of a timeline. A back end, while program is the front, back end, front. So whatever is built on the timeline is being seen on the program monitor. You get? So for instance, this is the program monitor, this is the timeline. Program, everybody is watching. Timeline is what is displaying, is making you see what is going on here. So now, build your timeline well is when you have a perfect result on your program monitor. Moving on, effects. Like the word effect, we have all kinds of effects. We have the presets where you can go and download some presets on platform like Envato Elements, all those are, you go online. There are so many platforms that has effects that you can download and use on your Premiere Pro. So these are presets. You can also create a preset and save them there. Lumetri presets, that is into coloring, monochrome, scale, cinematic, blah blah blah. Audio effects, audio effects will be going into audio, amplitude and compression, modulation, reverb, time and pitch, VST. I cannot explain all this. These are broad, so we are just going. Remember, overview of Premiere Pro. So the next thing here is audio transition, crossfade, constant power, constant gain, video effect, blah 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 blah, video transition, blah blah blah. Effect control, very important thing too to look out for. Effect control. What does effect control do? Effect control. The word effect control. Effect control works hand in hand with effects. Now let's assume this pen is the effect. The control, I will be able to like, okay, this effect now, wait, well, let me look for something else. Hold on. Now this pen is the effect. You now apply an effect. For instance, effect was applied fully. First thing, once you apply an effect, it applies full time effect. Now controlling it is the amount of effect being applied. You know, you can, when once you apply an effect, you have options to that effect, what that effect can do, and you can control the amount of it. You get, that's why they call it effect control. It's just like you cooking. Thank you very well, thank you so much, I'm loving this. It's just like you cooking. You bring out salt. Salt is your effect. You get, salt is your effect. Now you want to put salt inside the soup. The portion that you put inside that salt is the effect control. You have water. Water is your effect. The portion of you putting, the portion of water you put inside that soup, the portion of water that you put inside that soup, you get, is the effect control, water control. Why are you controlling it? So that it will not be too much on the soup. The soup will now be watery, nobody can eat it. So you control it so that it will not be too much, it will not be too small, and the soup will be very thick. You get, so the portion control, effect control, can be seen as a portion control. Portion control of a certain thing. I don't know if you get my points, but I believe that is very easy. You get, okay, take for instance this biro. This biro has been applied with an effect. Now effect control can make you loosen this part of the biro. You say, I don't want it to be that strong, it should be there, that is what you want. Effect control now lose it to this point. Effect control can tell you, okay, I don't want the biro that is inside, remove this one, let's have only this one. That is what the effect control can do. Effect control can, all these effects you see here, all the effects you see here, all of them has their portion, excuse me, control. You can control all of them. You get, so I'm so sorry, you might be hearing some thunder. That is because it's actually raining, so please bear with me. Now we talk about the effect control. You have the audio track mixer. There's no audio right now. You'll be able to mix audio. You can do basically anything in Premiere Pro so far audio and video production is concerned, unless you want to go broader, want to go very broad. That's when you need to learn individual tool. Audio is very broad, but based on your needs, you just need the audio editing aspect of it for the vocals of your content you're shooting, your funny TikTok content that you love so much. That funny TikTok content that you love so much. That is what you need it for. This can handle it for you. And once you want to go into music production, you know, shoot music for like Davido, create a beat for Davido to sing, create beats for Burna Boy, create beats for Whiskey, Asake, Omale, all those high quality, big time Afrobeat that is when you need to leave Premiere Pro alone, go and learn your audio production where you have a specialized tool for audio, not Premiere Pro. Not Premiere Pro. Go to other softwares like maybe Cubase or whatever they are using there. Go and use it. Go and learn that one. Not Premiere Pro. But if you and I that is doing TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, make the audio loud, make the audio reduce, make the audio sound nice, make the audio remove the noise, small things, those small things that the users want. Good, you are in the right place. The audio there is okay for you. Text, all we know is the graphics, caption, transcribe. You can transcribe. You get that? You can transcribe. Metadata is when you bring in your video. You bring in your video, and you'll be able to know the metadata of that video. And also metadata of what is going on in Premiere Pro as at that moment. Statistics. Premiere Pro is very good. So okay, we have the audio clip mixer. You get still on the audio line. We have the source monitor. This source monitor is just like a chalkboard that is feeding the timeline. Again, when once you bring in once you're importing video from your system, you double click on that video. First of all, it will open on the source monitor. So from there, you will now be cutting the part of the clips that you want and taking it to timeline. Again, now let me reduce the level of, let me break it down again. Going back to cooking, in your kitchen you have cupboards, you have where you keep things. You have where you keep things. So whenever you want to cook, you will now be removing things from those places that you keep your Maggi, your salt, your pepper, and now bring all of them and form a soup. Now that is the job of a source monitor. You get the source monitor enables you to cut some part of the clips. Remember, the clip that is in source monitor is not your final result. It is a raw clip. That is when you want to start working. So once you bring the clip to the timeline, maybe a particular section. Now this is a clip. You now say, okay, from this part to this part, I like it so much. Cut, in and out. You bring that place to the timeline. You bring it to the timeline. That is when you can see the clip on the timeline, and that is when you have your results. Okay. So, can you get my point now? So that is when you have your result. Import. Takes us back to our folder, this and that, where you can import. Another way of importing is you clicking here, double clicking here, and it will take you to where you have your item, and import. So now let's go to the menu bar. This is the menu bar. So let's just run a quick explanation on some of them, not all. New, you want to create a new project, new production sequence, all these things will be explained. Open projects, open production, open recent, close all sorts of things. Edit, reference, setting preference, just like you setting your Premiere Pro. Sequence is is that will I say is sequence is just like you want to create a sequence. If you don't create a sequence, you don't have a timeline. You have to create a sequence. That sequence will be your timeline. Get this very well. So when once you create a sequence, you're able to have the sequence settings here. Very simple. Markers, I told you about markers before. You can have more info about the markers here. Graphics and titles, view, playback resolution. Playback resolution is very good for systems that are very slow in speed. Systems that are slow in speed. Playback resolution is very good. So full resolution, you are playing that clip in a full resolution. 1/6/8, the resolution is dropping, so that you can work very well efficiently. The resolution drops so you can work very well efficiently. You get. So once you are done with your editing, you can now do what? Turn it back to full and then export, render your file. Window, you have the workspace. Now you have all kinds of workspace. If you want to do, now it's on the editing. Can you see this small black icon? That is when it is on editing. Now editing is cutting of clips, editing of videos. But once you want to do effect, this is an effects workspace. You get. Slowly. This is an effects workspace. Window workspace. We have learning. If you want to learn, you get. If you want to learn, this is a learning. This is a learning workspace where you can learn. This was designed for learners. So it actually means that a learner doesn't have to see so many panels so that it will not be confused. A learner should not see so many panels to avoid confusion. A learner doesn't need so many panels. Sorry, I apologize. There's a rain going on here. The rain might be disturbing. So please focus on what I'm saying. Leave the rain aspect, please. What I'm saying is very important. So they customize this panel so that a learner will not be seeing so many things. So you can just keep your workspace on learning. You get. So as the timeline is big, the sequence program monitor is big, the source monitor is big. Why is it big? It's big because they want you to see everything. They don't want you to be overwhelmed with so many things. They're now bringing the tools here. This is for learners. This panel can allow you to do basically anything as a learner. The other panel was for editing. That means you learn, you have understand the fundamental aspect of it. That's when you now go to where you have enough panels to do the work. These panels they can also be customized. Which will also go into that. Workspace, libraries. You want to import. See how the library is big now. You want to import. We have the libraries here. We have the import media here. We have the timeline small. We have the tool small. We have the program monitor small. Timeline small. Project big. You want to import as many clips as you have. That is why you are using the let's go to meta login, production. You get. Window and title of topics. Preset to save layout. If you did anything mistake that you did not know, for instance, you drag this one here, you drag this one mistakenly here, you just do mistake. You are just doing mistake. All you need to do is reset to save layout. It will reset. Workspace. Let's go back to our editing. So basically, that is an overview of Premiere Pro. Those are the things you need to know. So now, on our next discussion, I'll walk you through on creating a sequence, importing your media, creating a sequence. I'll walk you through how you can start some basic editing. Remember, basic editing. That's how you learn. That's why you learn on the process. You learn bit by bit. I don't want to overwhelm you with so many things. I don't want to overwhelm you with a lot of things. That will be like too much for you. It will be too much for you. So I'm going to make sure I walk you through the learning curve. The learning curve that I want to hold your hand. You see the way I'm explaining. Not that I don't know how to just click this is what you do this. No, I'm not that kind of teacher. If I want to learn, I want to make sure I guide you to the way that, to the possible way that you get what you understand it. Even a learner, you haven't touched Premiere Pro before, you haven't understand. I want to make sure that you get everything out of this. You can get solutions. You get so easily. So I make sure that I use real life happenings to explain what I am trying to show you on Premiere Pro. You get. So this is a journey. I believe that we work together on this journey. Because learning is not a one-day thing. Learning is different. Mastering what you're learning is another thing. You get it? Learning is different. Mastering what you're learning is something else. So I want to make sure that you understand what I'm teaching you. So I want to make you understand something. Learning can be like a magic. The day you start doing it by yourself is the day you know it. You guys, I will urge you to keep practicing. Practice and practice and practice. Feel free to make mistake. In fact, that mistake should be what you are looking out for, not the things that you can do. No, there are some certain things you know how to do ASAP. But I will really advise you to go into bigger aspect of it. And once you start learning, you will start understanding things. I want to commend you, I want to challenge you to start learning the bigger picture. When once you do mistakes, that is when you get challenged to try and understand, try and understand the basics of new things, what you want. You get the basis of trying to learn an tutorial was attending to something. The basis of trying to understand new things. You get to understand new things, you get to learn, you get to adapt. So I will advise you. You have seen what I've shown you so far, and I want you to go through them one by one. You understand? Go through them one by one. I believe in you. You must learn how to edit this. You must know how to edit videos. You must be mastering video editing. Okay. So I want to challenge you. Go and install Premiere Pro. You get, install Premiere Pro. So once you install Premiere Pro in your system, the next thing you should do, try to open projects. Try to create a new file. Go through the things I have shown you. Then if you get to forget or you get to miss on a particular thing, drop it in the comment section. Please, I don't want any question out of what I have shown you so far. I don't want you to be pushing me forward. All those people that can use Premiere Pro, but to a certain level, wait till we start editing. Everybody have to move on the same line. Wait, or you go to another tutorials if you want to rush anything. You want to go and look for the nearest tutorial. When once we are on that question, once we start tackling that thing you want to ask, that is when you can ask that question. Please, I don't want any question out of what I've shown you people. So get in, practice and do something. So working as a remote, let me go back to working as a remote person. It's something that I love so much. Once I started working remotely, I was so I'm happy with my life. I'm able to do the things I have not done. I'm able to go places. I am not limited. I have decisions. I'm a very private person. When I was working full time, I was feeling caged. No time for myself, no good rest. I'm not saying working full time is not good. You can experience it and know what works for you and know which one you are looking for. Sure, you can too experience it. The experience they say is the best teacher. I don't know. You get. So you can figure out and say, what kind of a person are you? Me, I'm not just that person that likes going out too much. I live my life through the means that I have. I thank God for what I've acquired so far in this industry. So I am ready to impact you. I'm ready to give it out to you, So at the point in this training, you will get to the level that I show you step by steps on how you can monetize these skills. Platforms you can monetize this, such as Upwork, Fiverr, Remote.co, all those platforms. You get those platforms, you can get hired at the comfort of your home. You work, you earn, you get paid. No one is dragging it with you. No one is dragging your time with you. All you need to do is learn. Focus and learn one at a time. Don't be learning this. You might get stuck, get confused. You get my point? You might get confused. So after Premiere Pro, you can decide to say, okay, I want to learn graphic designing. I want to learn social media management. I want to learn animation, all those animation, 2D animation, 3D animation, like you can see here, let me show you something. This is mobile, a 2D animation software you get using to build animations. I will show you something, just hold on. So Why is it okay? Slowly. You see all these very nice cartoons. They are just built by animators. You get. So this is work of animation. So you too can build these animations. You can do it and get paid. Animators are making billions of dollars. It's not easy to make this thing move. So they value animation, they value your skills. You get. So you have to say to yourself, Jesus Christ. You have to say to yourself, how can I animate? How can I learn these things? Because how can I learn these skills, master them? Challenge yourself, put yourself to learning. I don't know how to emphasize on this thing. You cannot escape learning. If you want to be good, if you want somebody to pay you without looking back, learn it. When you learn, you earn. Yes. When you learn, that's when you earn. You cannot say you want to earn so much big and your skill is low. No. You earn based on what you know how to do. I can only give you money for a value. I want to make sure that my money is accounted for. So you give me money and I get value in return. Don't worry, all of us will get there. So make sure that you put into practice. You understand what I taught you. Get ready for the next class. Yeah, get ready for the next class. By God's grace, on my less busy schedule, I will be able to have this class again. You get. So this class is gonna help you achieve a lot. Stop moving. Stop, getting into business that is not good for you. That is risking your life. Do something that you are happy of. Sometimes it's not about the money. I can tell you for free. It's not about the money. Do something you'll be happy of. It should be something you are happy of, not something you are not happy of. Something you can see results. You get. All right. I'm so glad that we have come to an end. Put in a lot of work. Make sure that you don't stop learning. Learn. There's 3 steps on learning. The one I'm giving you now is learning. Then after you unlearn, when you finish my training, you unlearn it and relearn. Very important. And I did it for me and it's working. I unlearn what my boss taught me and I relearn. I learn from him. I now unlearn. Ability for you to unlearn is a task. It's a big thing. So that is why it is standing on its own. I learn from my boss. I unlearn and I relearn. That impacts, puts a lot of knowledge, experience. So see you on the next class. Bye bye.